All right, I was going to run through Fleet Viewer. What you're looking at is the Unity editor, um, and I'm going to put it's in game mode, and I'm going to hit go. And let's real quick show you what we're going to be streaming. Let me see if I can just get this to stretch. That's what 1080 looks like, unfortunately. So maybe we can center. Hold on. Let's center. Center the screen. There we go. How about that? So if you look, we've got, here's my account where I've got all these ships for one of my accounts. And this is the one that's going to be running. I'm running true. So this is how I define the ships to load. And then let's switch back over to Unity and let's run this model. Flip back here real quick. This they'll be loaded. I'm loading them. These are supposedly simulating my hangar. These are listed in order of my hangar of the most recently purchased first. So I just bought. Why is it so weird? I just bought an X1 the other day. This is the X1 race pack. That's what that is. I bought two of them the other day. Then this is the Cyclone that I bought along. This is the the off-road vehicle pack that I bought a while ago. This is the Cyclone pack that I bought, the 5-pack. This is the 2-pack. Here's a 5-pack of Nox. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's another 5-pack of Nox. Here's some of my game. I have this Night 55 account has 13 NPCs. It has so I'm XO. There's a CO, an XO, and there's a player character CO, NPC XO, and there's 6 Dirty Dozen, and they each get 6 dragonflies and 6 MPUV cargoes, and I'm probably going to settle on one of those. I want to actually trade out one of the dragonflies for I want to drag out one of the dragonflies for an MPUV personnel, because with 14 total characters, they got to get back and forth, and I'll need at least an MPUV personnel holds 8, so I would need 2 of them if I ever wanted to shuttle around my whole crew. NPCs are a long ways away, but the point of all this is that I've got a lot of stuff. I mean, flame me away that I spent too much money on this, but there's a lot to organize, and I have some game plans. And how do you organize all this stuff and plan this stuff and see this out? The hangar view inside of the Robert Space Industries website it's just listed in chronological order. There's no real way to really manage it. So intention of this app over time will be to manage your fleet. So let me flip back to Unity and run that. Go back one more time. Meant to say that they're loaded in order of my hangar, but as they're added at the very end, I sort them by the length of the ship. And I think I have one small flaw in the X1 where I added where I'm counting the length of the barrel of the weapon is getting credit for the length of the ship. So the origin, when you see it pop up, the X1, when you see it pop up, it's going to be a little bit shorter than it should be. I think it's the nose of the ship should be even with the nose of the Nox. And in general, I try to avoid that. Like the Starfarer had a big long tail boom coming out of it, and that would count against its 100-meter length. So I had a friend knock it off, basically, and have now a decent model of the Starfarer. Did I say Starfarer? The 100-meter Starfarer without no tail boom, so now it looks correct. Anyway, so let's switch back here to Unity. We're going to run, and let's play. So let me move my camera over here. What you don't see is this little triangle. I don't know if you can zoom in, if it shows up at this resolution or not. Yeah, sorry, I paused but when I switch away, I pause the loading, so it's actually much faster than that. It's all things are cached. You'll see it pop as soon as it loads one of a model. You can see all the different variants of the Cyclone there. It's loading the Dragonfly now. When it's done, it loads all of them at once. There's the Ursa. I have one of them. It loads all those MPUVs. And then I think I have a couple of duplicate ships laying around here somewhere. It's like I have a couple caterpillars. This account has a couple of uh, um, two Starfarers. I think I have a Starfarer tanker and a Genesis, and a Starfarer Gemini, and no, I just have one, I guess. And Polaris, and finally, loading the Idris, the big beast. 3, 2, 1. Any second now. It takes a little bit to load. But notice in the upper corner here, if I can highlight it. So I had it paused. So it took a minute and 23 seconds, 29 seconds. I had it paused for maybe 10-ish seconds while had it flipped over to moving my webcam. So there, that should go away, the loaded overlay. But if you look in the upper, I think you can see my cursor, I'm showing 28.6 million polys, triangles. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And let's see here. Did I crash or something? I don't know. Let's see what happens here if I kind of did. No? Turn off maximize. I don't know why it's not letting me zoom around in game mode. Anyway, I can go over here. You can see all the variants of I don't know why come here. Mouse cursor's not working. Oh. There we go. You can see all the variants of the Cyclones. The turret. The sorting order is by length and then by name. So we've got the Cyclone base. That's just the cargo. We've got the Cyclone AA, the Cyclone RC, Racer, the crikey, the Stealth one, the Nav Explorer one, and then we've got the Turret one. So the TR. And eventually this app will have in the corners will be where its globes are. There'll be movement grips, and you can use those. I'm mostly using those these are debug lines to help me spotlight. And there's the Ursa. I just loaded that the other day. It's looking all right. I haven't actually explored the Ursa model. Seen what it looks like. No, I don't want that. And I load I only have cargoes in this user account in my hangar. I want to load the personnel. I have the model for the personnel. I just don't load it. Here we got the business end of all these ships. And yeah. So that's the fleet. So, and the plan is that I should be able to manage and move these guys around and organize them and put them into squads and groups and figure out where they go. I could also do some test fittings. I have a couple of videos where I do some test fittings of how many knocks and terrapins I can pack inside of my Polaris. I haven't done it with the Idris. Love looking at the Idris. But it's massive amount of polys. And I need the level of detail settings to be able to, and occlusion culling implemented so that when I step inside, I forget, off the top of my head, I forget how to go vertical. I haven't controlled this in a while. Somebody, make me feel bad about forgetting how to go vertical here. I haven't can't have no idea how to go vertical on the Z. Nope, 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 nope. Anyway, it's fun to play with Idris. Eventually want to make it realistic to fit ships inside the Idris and see how many I can pack inside of there. Anyway, I had to brush up on my navigation inside of here. Anyway, this is kind of longer than I expected, but just wanted to give a quick overview of Fleet Viewer. This overlay should have gone away. Sorry about that. But this is the editor side over here, and this is the actual game side. And the game side's supposed to load, have controls. I don't know why it's not working right now. Anyway, obviously a work in progress. All right, stopping the stream, and maybe we'll make more progress. It's slow but steady. This is just a hobby. But if you want to help, I'll put the source code in the link. Later. Bye.